There are 10 ripe and 5 unripe bananas in a sack. Bananas are chosen one at a time with replacement, so you're going to put that banana back in the sack. What is the probability of choosing 2 unripe bananas and then 2 ripe bananas? Okay, so the way I like to do these is I like to ask myself, how many different things am I picking? And I'm picking 2 unripe and 2 ripe. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up 4 blanks. I need to have 4 different probabilities. So for probability, we know that it's favorable outcomes, the things we want to happen, over the total number of outcomes. And in this case, there's 15 total because 10 plus 5 equals 15. So my first probability, remember this is for my first unripe. There are 5 unripe bananas and there's 15 total. Well, then I put it back in. I do replace the banana. So for my second unripe banana, there's still 5 out of 15 because I'm putting it back in. Then I put that unripe banana back in, and now I want to draw my first ripe banana. There's 10 ripe out of 15 total. Then I put it back in, and then there's still 10 ripe out of 15 total. But you do need to have all 4 of these probabilities set up separately. And then our key word in probability, and, means multiply. If you see the word or, if you want one thing or the other, you could add them up. But if you want this and that, you have to multiply. So we're going to go ahead and multiply those fractions together. So I'm going to do 5 over 15 times 5 over 15 times 10 over 15. And if you have a calculator that doesn't have a fraction button, you could just multiply the top all the way across and then multiply the bottom all the way across, and then you could divide them. I'll show you that as well. So I get 8 out of 41. And let me show you what I mean when I say you could multiply, well, for time's sake I'm not going to show you, but you could do 5 times 5 times 10 times 10, get your answer. And then do 15 times 15 times 15 times 15 and get an answer. And then divide those 2 answers. And again, you would get 8 out of 41. 8 out of 41 is the same as 0.049, which if we change that to a percent by moving the decimal twice, it's about 4.9%. It just wants it as a fraction though, so it would be 4 out of 81. I also want to mention though that if you type it in your calculator and you get a decimal from the very beginning, it doesn't give you an answer as a fraction, don't freak out. Just go to your calculator and type in each of these fractions to see which one equals the same thing. So here you could do 2 divided by 81 to see what that decimal is. 4 divided by 9, 4 divided by 81, and 5 divided by 91. If you turn each of those into a decimal, then you would see that this was still your right answer. So if your calculator doesn't give it to you as a fraction, just turn each of those fractions into a decimal to see which one matches.